Report of statement by Hermann Göring to members of the foreign press on March the 25th, 1933. There was no one in Germany who had had even a fingernail cut off. He didn't deny that several thousand communist functionaries had been arrested, but they were treated exactly the same as other prisoners. There had also been cases where Jews had been arrested and beaten. The minister explained.
The government and I will never tolerate that someone is persecuted just because he is Jewish.
Deutsche Allgemeine Zeitung, newspaper, March the 26th, 1933.
Diary, March the 31st, 1933. On the radio, Göring has announced the boycott of the Jews. It is scheduled for tomorrow. Bella From.
At each entrance stood 2 or 3 uniformed SA soldiers, who weren't aggressive, but merely reminded those shopping that this was a Jewish business. Christopher Isherwood.
Diary, Leipzig, April the 1st, 1933. When entering the store, the SA man says in a polite, disciplined tone, "Jewish business." We, just as polite and disciplined, "Thank you, we know." Erich Maria, author.
Diary, Wrocław, Saturday, April the 1st, 1933. In all Jewish shops, one sees the windows painted with white letters about 50 to 80 centimeters high. Jew. Glued next to them, or in the process of being stuck on, are little red slips of paper. Germans do not buy from Jews. Walter Tausk, German of Jewish descent, murdered 1940.
A certain murmur of disapproval, suppressed but audible, ran through the country. The Nazis realized that the step they had just taken was too large. And after April the 1st, they canceled some of the measures, but not without first allowing their full force to be felt. Sebastian Hafner, author, Memoirs.
Not January the 30th, the day of the seizure of power, not the day of the gathering in Potsdam, March the 23rd, 1933, but April the 1st of this year is the great turning point. It was the clear, unmistakable demonstration that the rule of law was over. The rule of law was replaced by naked tyranny. Paul Rongel, lawyer, Königsberg.
Diary, April the 1st, 1933. Difficult times. Adolf Hitler will master them. May he succeed. Henriette Schneider, Elk, East Prussia.
In Berlin, wie in anderen Universitätsstädten Deutschlands,
A nationwide campaign is directed at the non-German spirit, that is to say Jews and other supposedly hostile elements. On May the 10th, 1933, undesirable books are publicly burnt on Berlin's Opernplatz, opposite the Friedrich Wilhelm University.
Reichsminister Dr. Goebbels spricht zur Jugend.
Meine Kommilitonen, deutsche Männer und Frauen, das Zeitalter eines überspitzten jüdischen Intellektualismus ist nun zu Ende. Und der Durchbruch der deutschen Revolution hat auf dem deutschen Weg wieder die Gasse freigemacht. Und der kommende deutsche Mensch wird nicht nur ein Mensch des Buches, sondern auch ein Mensch des Charakters sein.
Among the authors whose works are thrown onto a large pyre by Berlin students are the German Jews Theodor Wolff and Emil Ludwig, but also the atheists Karl Marx and Karl Kautsky, along with Sigmund Freud and Erich Maria Remarque, Kurt Tucholsky, Karl von Ossietzky and Erich Kästner.
In 1933, my books were burnt with somber, solemn pomp by a certain Mr. Goebbels in Berlin. He triumphantly called out the names of 24 German writers who were to be symbolically eliminated forever. I was the only one of the 24 who had come in person to witness this theatrical impudence. I stood in front of the university, wedged in among students in SA uniform, the pride of the nation, watching our books fly into the twitching flames and listening to the cunning little liars' schmaltzy tirades. Erich Kästner, author.